Number two, you helping me pick up trash? I bet you're not. I bet you're just looking for bugs. Good afternoon from Bobblehead Homestead. I am Jeff. Today is Thursday. It is hot and sunny. It's like 88 degrees, hardly any breeze. Humidity is off the charts, and it has been. Wow. Let's see. I've had a stomach bug the past few days and just have not been having any fun. I will put it like that. So no filming. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. All right. So what? I have done a few things. Let's take a look. In my future raised bed garden area, I did a little weed chopping. And it doesn't look like much, but it really was. But let me show you what I used. When I was at Atwood's last week, this was in their bargain bin. It was like $5 in their bargain bin. So yeah, I grabbed it. It's like a hedge trimmer. But look at this. I mean, this is a week old. And it hasn't rained at all. I mean, I've been coming out at night when stuff is kind of wet, but still. But it still works. It was brand new a week ago, but now it's already starting to rust. I find that interesting. Back to my future raised bed garden area. One of my neighbors drove by the other day and said, "Hey, I miss seeing all of your flowers from last year." And I said, well, they're still there. They came back as volunteers, but you couldn't see them because, see all those, 10 feet tall giant weeds? Well, I had a bunch of those tall weeds growing in here. So I just went through with those hedge trimmers and got most of the big stuff. And now, yeah, you can see the zinnias kind of coming up. Another thing I've been working on a little at a time is that patch there. That's where the daffodils are. And that's where they are now. I'm not done. I've still probably got a few hundred daffodils. From that bare spot where I've just started, it goes all the way almost to where that pile of lumber is. So still a lot of work to dig up all the old daffodil bulbs. And I'm also digging up irises as I find them. That's probably a dozen or so irises that I've dug up in the past week. Oh yes, I am loving my volunteer sunflowers. I am loving them. They are not very good specimens. They're not very tall. The flowers aren't very big, but considering the amount of effort or lack of effort that I put into them, I will certainly take it. And then a lot of them are smaller. Yeah, they're blooming at like 3 feet tall. So, but yeah, still happy. Nice variety. It's amazing, amazing how plants will reproduce, and you come up with new, unique sunflowers. Behind this sunflower, that bare patch, that's where I've started to dig up the daffodils. And there are daffodils all the way along there, all the way over there. So I am just getting started. I might not finish until this winter, but hey, a little bit at a time, and I can start to put this future raised bed garden together. Yay. Look at those nice little group of different colored zinnias there. And nice little group of purple and pink ones. And yeah, I'm enjoying my volunteer zinnias. My thoughts on these raised beds, they're not done. They are not done being built. They're not in their correct place. It was a very good start, and I thank you, Drew and Ann and Andy's Homestead and everybody else that was working on these. But I've got to move the daffodils first. Well, it's either that or kill all the daffodils, and I'd rather not kill all the daffodils, so I'm going to move the daffodils first. But the idea is I'll be moving these over. So there's 2 raised beds there. There will be 2 more right there, and then there will be 1 on the end. So on this side there will be 5 raised beds. Hopefully those 5 I can have ready for next spring. And then what I'm going to do, Pine Knot Family Farm brought me this end board lumber type stuff, and so what I'm thinking of doing is reinforcing these raised beds by putting the boards across the top, and then in the middle I will also be putting a support in there to keep them from bowing out and you know, just keep them a little more secure. These raised beds, I don't care if they last 100 years. If they only last, you know, 5-10 years, that's fine with me. But those are the plans. I need to get up all the daffodils and irises and other stuff out here, and then I can finish putting the raised beds together and start filling them. So the 5 raised beds I mentioned on this side, this one here in front, it's probably going to go over, I don't know, another 2 or 3 feet, basically where the row of daffodils are. And then I will leave a big space for a walking path in between it. Maybe do some cattle panel arches over that walking path. And then on the other side will be more raised beds. I think Drew said we've got enough here for a dozen or more. So I'll do the same pattern of 5 on this side, and then I can start doing raised beds in the rest of this front yard area, and just do as many raised beds as I can. But that is, you know, I'm just working on getting the daffodils up a little bit at a time here, and then, you know, hopefully by next spring I'll be ready to go, at least with a handful of the raised beds. It's going to be a lot of work filling them up with the brush and wood chips and soil and stuff like that. Don't chew on that electrical cord, Fifi. I think you're smart enough. Papa Pepper's garden is a lot bigger. I don't know what this is. Some type of gourd or pumpkin or squash, or I guess we'll see. The Malabar spinach, I've got one really good one starting to climb up the trellis there. And then look at all these tomatoes. Yeah. That was Albany Mountain Homestead. When they were here, we were out here looking at it, and she helped me do some weeding in here. And so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what turns out here. Oh, did I interrupt your nap? You decided to follow me out here. I like that you do that, Fifi. Thank you. My baby. I'm really liking the colors on some of these sunflowers. I like the variety, and I like those kind of orangish red with the yellow highlights, and I just think they're all so cool. The combination of that stomach bug and this hot weather is just not not making me happy this week. I wanted to give a happy birthday to Sammy from Little Creek Homestead. Yay! They're up in Missouri. They've been supportive of me since before I got down here to Arkansas. And you know, they got a rough property with a bunch of trash on it, and so they're going through a lot of the same things that I am, and so I really appreciate their channel. You might want to check out some of their recent videos. They just got something new for them that will help them, you know, maybe it'll help them come down here and visit me at Bobblehead Homestead one of these days. So thank you to Little Creek Homestead, and happy birthday, Sammy. That's going to be it for this Thursday. Tomorrow I've got a field trip planned. Still not 100% yet, because I'm not 100% yet. This little stomach bug is not something that I want to pass around to people. You want to be helpful, you don't want to make people sick. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm going to do everything I can to make that field trip happen. And since they mentioned it, VW Family Farm, yeah, there might be some chicken business going on, and you'll just have to wait and watch one of our videos if it does happen. I will let you know. But Yeah, that's just, they're one of my favorite channels right now. And I'm not just saying that because I've been there and met them a couple times. I've met them, what, 3 times now? Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, they're friends, real life friends. But yeah, that's where my field trip is, to do some chicken business. I hope it happens. And with that, take her easy, everybody. Hi, number 2. Yeah. I like to see you out free range at number 2. But the problem is, yeah, you've been getting into the flock behind me. Yeah. And then you've been hooking up. Yeah, you've been hooking up with that Welsummer rooster. I've seen you hooking up with that Welsummer rooster. And I would prefer you to hook up with the white and true blue rooster. Yeah, that way your babies will have that one blue egg gene and they'll lay blue or green eggs. Yeah, number 2.